Rice Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12 and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinal taking on the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Utes will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently.
There he goes! The 40! He's at the 20! Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And the Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught behind the line. It's Glover. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Gets the back moving. Wants to keep it in the air. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Pressure coming. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Slithers into space. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Brown will throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fakes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Brown wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Glover. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Andrews. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Off play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Got his man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Now rolling to the left. Fires to the tight end. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire 1st half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's McClure. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got his man to the left. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Glover. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The play action fake. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the right. He's got it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Behind the change now on 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this run. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on first down. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Glover. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good look.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utes!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Brown wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Sprinting away, and an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Fires to the big fella. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The Utes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Brown will throw it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turn.
Got some room to run. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking left. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Got it looking for a first. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll cut this lead down to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. It's a draw. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This is why Rice-Echo is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one.
Yeah, you could definitely catch a break there with that ball bouncing out of bounds. Third down, trying to make a play, trying to get the first down, but Palmer, ball security is job security.
Especially against this defense, David, because we know they take pride in creating turnovers, and they practice this throughout the week. They're running the football, getting hats on it. You see guys constantly swatting away. This offense, very lucky that was not a turnover.
This one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Andrews. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. And he fires over the middle, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now the play fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Utes will send out the punt unit. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Brown wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll vote for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. Picked up a few extra on that return. But what a play by this defense to get the football. Wants to throw on first down. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Grabbed behind the line. It's balanced. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Bringing the heat. This time on target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
From the gun, looking for a man. Backs looking for the goal line.
is complementary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field.
Turning it on! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride Davis here. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Handoff from the shotgun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The inside handoff. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Glover. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Andrews. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Stanford now has it in the red zone. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. Right on the money. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been